Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. Before we begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and a sincere Shalom to all the hopeful elect out there that's listening, that's learning, and or teaching as well. Shalom to you all. So this video here, I've been watching
Our Air Force passively
and basically there's this news right now that says the Pentagon released UAP footage that they've been studying for 4 years. So this was back in like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. But basically, this is real footage from the military. All right, so check this out.
Our Air Force passively captured it. Then they said that this is a UAP. It is still designated a UAP. So when George and I obtain and release these, it's so the public can see. We're hoping to do a little bit of the job that we're not seeing with folks from Arrow.
Now, it does say AI enhanced. What is the actual video, and what is possible artifacts from trying to boost the contracts and see what's going on here?
So we did an analysis of the video, but what I did was make sure to put out the original things that George and Knapp and I obtained. So you see it clearly says video 1, video 2, video 3. Our own government, because they've been studying this in the intelligence community since 2020, they did a sort of rudimentary, I would say, kind of highlighting or enhancement of it. And that's why you see like a white ring around it.
It's 2020 enhancement. This is like pre-ChatGPT, pre-AI revolution here.
So what we did was we went in there just so people could see it better. We make it very clear, AI enhanced, because it changes the shape. It's a perfect sphere or a perfect circle, depending on angle of observation when you watch it. So what we did was heighten contrast, and we also made sure that you could see as it goes into the clouds we punched in. So the military videos are the ones that are black and white. The ones that we tried to enhance so people could just see a little bit better of shape and movement is kind of more blue.
Yeah, so you see that, Akim? Hey, the Lord is lurking, man. The Lord is watching. Okay, the Lord is making his presence known, man. Okay, and the prophets of old, they all saw these so-called UFOs, man. Okay, and the scriptures tell us what they are and what their goal is, man. Okay, these different chariots, or as the world calls them, UFOs, right? These chariots, they're the chariots, the vehicles of the Lord and his angels, man. All right, this isn't aliens, little green men, none of that, man. I wish the word alien just means foreigner, okay? But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's start here in 2 Kings chapter 6. And we're going to start at verse 10. It says, "And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told of him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about." All right, so now he's surrounded, okay? Verse 15, "And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servants said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." Okay, because, hey, we can relate to this story because right now these Edomites, these other nations, they got us surrounded spiritually. Okay, everywhere you go, we're at the bottom of the barrel. We're the first ones fired, the last ones hired. We always got to walk on eggshells. We always got to, take extra steps to take care of our health. Okay, these devils, they got us surrounded, right? All right. But this is what we ought to be meditating on, brothers, to build up our faith and be strong and of good courage, man. Okay? Because look at this. And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. You see, so the servant, you know, he didn't know that the Lord was literally had his whole army there, okay, which is going to go into next. It says, and Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes and that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So you see, the servant couldn't see the chariots until Elisha prayed to Yahweh. And Yahweh opened the eyes of that servant, and he was able to look around and see, oh, wow, yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these chariots of fire. You know, not to mention one chariot, one angel could destroy the whole earth by himself. So why would you worry about you know, Esau's army, or, you know, an army of you know, in this case, you know, chariots and horses? You know, because you got these chariots up there in the sky, four-dimensional technology, you know, something that Esau can't even understand. And there's so many of them, man. All right, like the scriptures say, the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them. You see? Roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, we ain't got nothing to worry about, brothers and sisters. We are being taken care of, man. All right, we are being taken care of. That's why we're not getting devoured right now. We can make these videos and push out the truth. All right, because the Lord is preserving us, man. All right? And when all hell breaks loose, you can imagine the same thing is going to occur, man. You're going to look up. You may not see chariots, but they're there. Okay? So be of good cheer, Yasharallah. All right? But, yeah, man, let's go ahead into the next part of this, the next part of the lesson here. We're going to go to Zechariah 5:1. It says, then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Okay, a flying roll, you can imagine shaped like a scroll or a bread roll. It's an elongated cigar-shaped object. And how many, we know that the military has been talking about cigar UFOs. Okay, so these things were seen by the prophets first. All right, it says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. All right, so he saw a mini chariot. It says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that swears shall be cut off as on that side according to it. All right, we know that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the thief. All right, he stole our people, put us in captivity, stole land from us, stole our heritage, our culture. They're the ones calling themselves the Israelites, the real JEWs. Those gutter rats over there with the small hats, the ones who circumcise their children with their teeth, with their own mouth. Okay, those people over there, they stole everything from us, man. All right? And they swear falsely, okay? You can see here in America, when you go to court, you got to put your hand on the Bible. The Bible that, you know, this country hates. This country does not follow anything that's in the Bible, man. All right? The Sabbath day, they don't follow it. They promote eating pork, Moism, woman worship, all these things that the Bible's against. They promote it worldwide, America, and they pay other countries. They give them bags so that they can enforce their American policies in their land. You see? All right, so, you know, America, you're the ones that swear falsely. You know, and you've stolen land, you've stolen people, you've stolen wages, and to this day you're robbing our people, man. All right, so this is the curse that's gonna cut you off, you Edomites, man. All right, it's gonna cut you off. They're gonna fuck you up, man. When Yahushua returns, all right, this is for you Edomites, man. All right, but for us, this is salvation, man. The chariots of salvation, the chariots of Israel. All right. This is a beautiful thing, man. Verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Right? That's here in America, man. America has the largest amount of UFO sightings out of any country in the world. Okay, why? Because it's entering into the house of the thief. All right? And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. You see? And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the tinder thereof and the stones thereof. You see? The chariot sightings stay steady here in America, man. All right? This is Tobit 13 and 12. Cursed are all they which hate thee, and blessed shall all be which love thee forever. All right, these Edomites hate the Lord. Okay, they're anti-life. They're anti-Bible. Okay, you know, when you first come into this truth, we stop edging our beards and our hairlines. And, you know, we start carrying ourselves differently. And when you first come into this truth, you notice the Edomites start treating you way different. You know, like you're different bosses of these different jobs. All right, they start looking at you like you ain't shit. You know, because they got a clean shave face. Okay, clean shave. You know, they're basically saying that the laws of the Lord are rudimentary or outdated. You know, because they act like this is a Christian nation, but then when you actually do what the Bible tells you to do, they want to scoff and make you lose your job. I mean, they have jobs where you have to shave your face. You have to sin in order to get that job. You see? And this man's the devil, man. All right? And that's why the Lord that's why this curse is over these Edomites, man. Yeah, we got the curses from Deuteronomy 28, but those curses are temporary, man. Esau's curse, you know, hey, he's going to get utterly annihilated, man. Because after Yahushua returns, he's going to go through 1,000 years of long, drawn-out, hardcore slavery. And then after that, they're going to be rounded up and burned up, every one. And then Edomites will not be on the earth anymore. They're going to be taken out of this world. Okay? Because they don't belong here. There's nothing for them here. They're a danger to themselves and to everybody around them. They're a danger to all of creation, man. All right, this is Zechariah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms, right? So, hey, wait for the Lord. I know we angry, we frustrated, we going through it. Be patient, brothers. Don't do nothing foolish, all right? You know, just be in this truth. And when you go out there to the world, just do what you got to do and come home, man. All right, we like the scripture says, he that lives by the sword will die by the sword. So we don't tell anybody to do anything violent, to do anything stupid, anything that could, you know, get you in trouble. All right, wait for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. The Lord's going to fuck Esau up, man. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. Right, and that's, you can read about that in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. And it goes into how the Lord is going to gather them over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat for Armageddon. I'm a God one. All the nations, that's World War III. They over there, they're fighting. They're going to be fighting. This ain't happened yet. I'm saying that it's going to happen. Where all these nations get gathered together over there in the Middle East, or what we call the Middle East, which is really just Asia. And they're going to be fighting over there And that's when the Lord's going to return in that giant so-called UFO that's going to block out the sun. And they're going to fight each other. They're going to kill each other. And then they're going to stop when they see the Lord, and they're going to try to fight the Lord. But the Lord, we already know what's going to happen, man. The Lord's going to shoot that laser beam that's going to just wipe everybody out. All right? It says to pour upon them my indignation, right? Righteous anger. Because, you know, they've been taking advantage of us for all these different captivities. Here we are, the children of the light, the true rulers of the earth. And what these nations ought to have done is just give us our place of power. But what do? They take advantage of the fact that they get to rule. You know, they rule, they abuse their power, because now you got Esau and all the nations trying to keep our people in la-la land. All right, forgetting that we're Israelites, thinking that we're just black or Latino. You see? It says, even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, right? You know, these chariots, they're going to be shooting different people, monuments, buildings, armies, all right? And of course, the thermonuclear destruction of America is also included in that fire of the Lord's jealousy, because the Lord is the one who controls all these things, all right? So, you know, hey, this is a sign, man. The Lord, as we know, the Lord has been speeding things up. You got this micro C-hip that's getting ready to be mandated. Jacob's trouble is at the door, all right? And the chariots of the Lord are making themselves known, all right? And remember, the Lord controls the mind of the king. So the Lord put it in these devils to finally release this footage, to let us know, man, to give us hope, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? Namely the elect, because that's the ones who the Lord is dealing with on this side, all right? But yeah, man, this is beautiful, all right? Stay up, stay encouraged, Yasharallah. All right, keep praying, keep believing. We're almost out of here. I want to finish by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And shalom to the hopeful, like shalom wa, abad babal, shalom.